Welcome everyone to the Crypto News Show with myself, Dorian Batitska, your regular host, and our co-host for this day, Ekta Moria, also a contributor for Crypto. Welcome to be here. And our guest this week is Vivien Wong, a partner at HashKey Capital, someone who is coming from the world of TradFi, bridging all kinds of interesting ideas to the world of DeFi with HashKey Capital. Welcome, Vivien. Thanks for being with us.
Yeah. Hi, everyone here. This is Vivien from a partner from HashKey Capital. So I give myself a little bit introduction.
Please, let's start with a little bit of introduction on yourself. You're based in Hong Kong, right?
I'm based in Hong Kong, yeah. So this is the first news. So I have been with TradFi for 15 years before. And then after that, in 2021, when Bitcoin went up to $68,000, I joined this industry for new inspiration. So I guess as mentioned that I am someone who have been bringing in TradFi background and trying to bridge through for innovation. I guess this is something which synchronized with what our firm is doing right now, is trying to bridge over traditional financial market to DeFi market as well.
Yeah, wonderful. So I guess HashKey is one of the leading practitioners of this, having been founded in 2018. There's a lot of elements to HashKey. There's, of course, HashKey Capital. There's the layer 2. There's the OTC trading desk. What does HashKey Capital do, and how does it relate to the overall synergy of everything that HashKey is doing?
I think around the world, everyone knows us as a venture capital, like blockchain venture capital investor. Our successful case started off from 2018, which we have acquired our portfolio for blockchain, and then deploying our asset there, and then we get 11 times of reward, which is pretty amazing among the venture capital side. So we launched our second fund in 2020, and then the third fund in 2022. So we have already got secured like $500 million of committed capital for Fund 3, and then inviting a lot of different sorts of investors. First of all, like Alibaba, like Baidu, and a lot of Chinese family offices as well. So it gives a very strong background on the venture capital side. And then in 2023, we started off our liquid fund business. The rationale being is that we are strong in venture capital already. So we want to bring forth our strong research knowledge, investment knowledge, and our network with the managers. Meaning that the foundations, in order to provide a better portfolio for our investors. So in 2023, we think we should act on. And then at that time, we get the license from our regulator, Securities and Financial Commission in Hong Kong. And then we get our asset management license, our advisory license, in order to provide products to our investors. So there are a few key points, milestone which we have achieved. The first one is that we have launched indices with FTSE Russell, one of the largest index provider in the world. We launched a top 20 index. We launched infrastructure index, and then we launched an application index. The second thing which we have done, I guess last year in April time, everyone around the world noticed that Hong Kong has their own spot crypto ETF product. We are one of the issuers as well. We are the only virtual asset manager issuer among the six ETF products. So we have launched the Bitcoin ETF and an Ethereum ETF product with the special feature that is the world's very first in-kind subscription and redemption feature, which provides a lot of crypto native people, anyone who holds crypto, and access to traditional financial market as well.
Yeah. So, well, HashKey also has the XRP tracker fund. Is there a sort of XRP ETF in the works, or what can we expect there?
Yeah. So it's kind of very amazing thing for us to launch this HashKey XRP tracker fund. We launched it almost like 2 months ago. So I would say it's a landmark in crypto in Asia because it's the very first fund in the region designated for tracking XRP's like price performance. So it actually gives a regulatory approved, straightforward way to invest into this major crypto for traditional financial people. So what happened right now is that the fund let investors subscribe and redeem shares monthly using cash or in-kind contribution, and benchmarking against CF benchmark for transparency. So it's pretty much a golden standard for crypto ETF right now. And then what we are doing right now is that because there's a lot of investors saying to us that I don't want to have a direct ownership of crypto. I don't want to hold a wallet, no custody headache. So it is kind of a simplified version for traditional financial person right now. So looking forward, I guess there will be potential for us to evolve into an ETF product in the next couple of months. We're pending for regulatory approval right now.
Vivien, so you spoke about the XRP tracker fund. I wanted to ask you, so what's the institutional investors' appetite? Are you seeing a good response to that? Are there institutional clients asking for more XRP investment products from HashKey? And is there any new investment product in the works related to XRP or the top 10 cryptos right now?
Okay, I guess the first thing to know about is more about what does the traditional financial market think about. So we talk about the crypto landscape in Asia, especially in major financial cities like Hong Kong, Singapore, Thailand, Japan, Korea, or Abu Dhabi right now. So I would say the crypto market is maturing rapidly along these few years in the traditional financial market, especially like pension funds, endowments, asset managers, and high net worth individuals. So they are all seeking for diversified like crypto exposure right now, but they are more of comfortable with regulated or low risk frameworks. So they have already been able to access Bitcoin and Ethereum, the two top players, through our ETF product or even like the US ETF product right now. So so they want to add more components of the blockchain industry. So XRP becomes one of the key things for them to be looking forward to. Which we launched XRP fund. We were talking with players, we were talking with distributors in Hong Kong, in Korea, in Thailand, and in Japan. I think you probably heard about XRP's reputation in Japan and Korea. There's a lot of people saying about the XRP army, meaning that there's a lot of exposure there. There's a lot of banks or institutions using XRP. So we went to Korea, we went to Japan, and then mentioned about the good news here. And then some of the institutions was asking that how do they replicate this fund structure, or is there any way which we can do, say, kind of link the investor together with this fund in order to get the exposure. So I guess it's a kind of a very great opportunity here for us to land XRP fund, and especially in, as I mentioned, that in probably not 10 to 12 months later, then we'll be able to land XRP ETF.
Can you talk a little bit about how the regulatory climate in Hong Kong relates to the investment appetite? As far as I know, investing in crypto requires institutional accreditation. It's not really quite available to retail just yet. And can you talk a little bit about how that culture and that investment milieu relates to the sort of investment appetite that exists within Hong Kong today?
Yeah, I think it's kind of a gradually opening right now. So what happened is that right now there are four tokens which is available for retail: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Chainlink, and then Avalanche. So this four is currently available from HashKey side, that HashKey exchange side for retail investors. So we provide a lot of different education. To be frank, when we first met our retail clients, the very first thing they would be asking is that, give me a number, or how can I open an account with you guys? What is the difference about holding a wallet? So there's a lot of education which we provided, and especially with the launch of the two ETF product, we have been trying to demonstrate about it's not much of a difference. Which, if they want to have an access with crypto, then the easiest way is through ETF product. So in gradual sense that they have the knowledge about what does it mean by crypto. And then I guess this helps a lot with gradually promoting crypto in the Asia space. So what happened is very interesting that 4 years ago when I joined crypto, I tried to knock on every single door from like distributors saying that we have a crypto fund. Would you be interested to help us to do distribution? So I guess the answer is very simple. Our clients are not ready. We are not ready. Our manager is not ready. the country or the government is not ready. So after 2 years time, after we launched this ETF product, the climate actually changes a lot. So right now it seems that the investors, they want to know more. The middle level person, like people like me, execution person, they want this to happen because it opens up a new area for them to sell. They open up a new area for them to pitch to different clients. So the management, it seems that they are more relaxed right now, more flexible about opening up the channels to distribute the product. And especially governments like in Hong Kong, I guess everyone knows right now that we have just recently passed our stablecoin law. So it's up and coming. There's a lot of different, you heard about Sandbox, which we have a lot of tokenized money market products launched already. We also have a lot of different like stablecoins issuers trying to join force, and then the license will be granted by the end of this year. We also are having consultation about our OTC and custodian side in Hong Kong. And by 2026, we are expecting to get, there will be players getting a license in Hong Kong as well. So I would say that in Hong Kong, it's kind of doing it like in gradual steps, step by step. We try to make sure that we honored the investors' safety nets, but at the same time, we also honored about the innovation part in Hong Kong.
Yeah, and Hong Kong has been such a major sort of financial capital in the region for a number of decades. Can you talk a little bit about how this city is trying to capture that TradFi market and bring it, let's say, on chain? What are some of the narratives there? Are there real world assets? What are some of the sort of companies that you're seeing that are coming up that you're excited about in Hong Kong? And how is that sort of city changing with respect to Web3 and DeFi and crypto?
I think for asset managers right now, they want to have at least a decent amount of exposure to crypto right now. So they're trying to uplift their license to virtual asset. And then we talk to a lot of family office right now. The family office, previously they say no to crypto, and right now getting around like 3% or somewhere around 10% exposure to crypto or blockchain, private equities, not venture capitals, startup firms. So this is a very good sign for us regarding on the crypto exposure. Relating to the government side, they have been pushing really hard on RWA. So you see that in November time that we started off our very first few like money market fund being tokenized. The money market fund originally is a public fund. So we have to tokenize it to our investors and then putting it on ERC20, putting it on like a HashKey chain to sell to different clients. So right now there's a lot of crypto native person saying that, okay, right now the HIBOR is so low right now. And then it seems the yield is not that great comparatively for crypto side, whether you're talking about like lending your stable coin or doing like a staking side for Ethereum. So what they are doing right now is that, okay, I put maybe US dollar or USDT, USDC, or any particular coins to your like tokenized product, then I'll be able to generate a decent amount of yield. So it's kind of a clicking together what TradFi is providing previously to what crypto people need. So I guess in first hand is for crypto person, they can get exposure. Crypto native person, they can get exposure to traditional financial products, such as the money market fund, such as securities, which you heard in the recent 2 months. And then the first thing is more about like, say for instance, like private equity firms, which they can also having an exposure there as well. So they do not need to open a bank account. So directly, they just use crypto to do what they want to do right now. And the other way around, for traditional financial person, they just need to open a bank account. Having a bank account, they just open an account with HashKey exchange, and then they will be able to access through crypto. They will be able to access through all these different assets, DeFi asset class as well.
Vivien, I have a question on XRP's adoption into the treasury. So we've seen that XRP is gaining a status of a treasury asset ever since the strategic crypto fund announcement in the US. and the trend is kind of catching on. So we've seen Vivo Power committing $121 million to their XRP purchase, and WeBus committed $300 million to adding XRP to their treasury. Do you think Asian institutional investors or corporates also have similar appetite? Do you see such interest from family offices or high net worth individuals? And does HashKey have any plans in the works to facilitate these kind of corporate purchases of XRP?
Yes, we are working closely with XRP regarding on different like Asia mandates. Especially, we have a strong presence in Asia, so we hope to work hand in hand with them. We know XRP is always having a very strong presence in, as I mentioned, in Asia. Especially, you notice on Japan side, they, just on the payment side, they have joined force with SBI, right? Previously, to launch a SBI Ripple Asia. It's actually a power by managing like 9 trillion. SBI is having like 9 trillion in asset, also covering 80% of Japan banking market, right? So they actually drive the XRP based solution like Money Tap. And then also with the SBI remittance handling a $1 billion annually between like Japan and Philippines remittance. So this is a very, very important steps for them to go ahead regarding on XRP and the XRP ledger as a Ripple ledger as well. So when you talk about Korea side, definitely they have a lot of joint venture and also a lot of collaboration with the Korea institution, especially there is a XRPL Japan and Korea Fund, which was supported by Green Lab in 2024, and then it's actually funded by a few major institutions and also universities, blockchain research institutions. So it actually provides a very good, strong use case regarding on XRP's presence, particularly. So right now, what we are doing right now is talking with different institutions, majorly, endowments, majorly pension houses, which they have a strong niche of use case, and at the same time on for XRP, and then regarding on the payment system. So this is the thing which we want to help foundations to create the ecosystem among traditional financial market.
And with respect to staking in Hong Kong, XRP and HashKey and HashKey actually becoming one of the first regulated exchanges in Hong Kong to allow for staking, Ethereum spot. How has staking? What's the current sort of situation around staking and everything around HashKey?
Okay. So for staking side, you've been very updated. So right now, HashKey Exchange is the very first to provide this service, and HashKey Capital as well. We actually converted our Ethereum ETF product 3009 Hong Kong with staking feature. So this has been a great recipient from retail investors as well, because previously they always question about when we talk about Ethereum, definitely there's a staking feature. So it actually opens up an area which HashKey Cloud can develop on that angle. First of all, is that there are more and more, whenever investors are holding the particular token, then they can immediately ask for HashKey if we can provide the staking feature. Some names like, say for instance, Polkadot, which generates more than 8% of yield, and then also Sway generating around 2% of staking reward. So these are some of the areas which we can bring forth. And then going forward, we also plan to launch a product for investors, saying for instance, if they are to put their money to buy tokens in HashKey Exchange, we want to also provide a service which we say a daily subscription and redemption service for them to put into the staking feature. So we might be able to launch a fund for them, which they will be able to generate additional reward from staking feature which we are having right now. So this is the first end, which I see there's a great potential. Regarding on the funds, we are collaborating with different foundations right now. So the aim is to launch staking feature funds for them. So as I mentioned at the very beginning, that HashKey is a firm which want to bridge the TradFi market with the DeFi market, right? So we're trying to attract more investors, institutional or retail investors who will be able to buy crypto, buy ETF, buy something which they are familiar with. And then through we think with having the staking feature, and then also buy into spot with all this insurance provided by HashKey exchange side as well. So it gives them a comfortable like a place, a platform for them to make the investment.
And HashKey's also recently secured a VASP license in Dubai. The exchange in May has went live. Can you talk a little bit about how and why Dubai, and how that sort of relates to the core business of everything that's going in Hong Kong? Is it a situation where you're looking for institutional clients? Is it again family offices? Obviously, UAE being one of the biggest crypto hubs in the world. What is your sort of goal in Dubai in the next short, medium, long term?
I think for the Dubai license, we're very thankful for having this Dubai license because it's actually expand our clientele for sure. We do think that Dubai is a great area which they are welcoming about crypto. But of course, our station is always in Hong Kong side. So first of all, we want to embrace the regulatory framework in Hong Kong side. But at the same time, we want to service other people from other areas. So I mean, on gradual basis that we to adapt the Dubai standards that we would be able to provide, say for instance, other derivative products, or the different sorts of products to different investors if we are to leverage on the Dubai licenses as well. So it's actually, I would say that for HashKey, whether talking about HashKey Global or HashKey Exchange, we work hand in hand. We try to make sure that we cover up most of the investors, and then at the same time to understand what they need right now. Because in Hong Kong right now, we are having around like 20 tokens available for professional investors, which we think that we will be able to top up additional number of products very soon. And then by having the global side as well, the Dubai side as well, it actually provides another sort of products range for our investors. I guess this can go hand in hand instead of just saying that we opt out one of the area.
Yeah. And how about AI? HashKey Group has recently ventured into artificial intelligence with its first generative AI product, Mod AI, designed mostly for content moderation. How, Vivien, do you see AI impacting whether it's investments for the fund or developments internally within HashKey? What's your sort of sense on the impact of AI and all of this?
Yeah, the AI division is kind of a very new division for us right now. So I believe that right now everyone is using the AI to do like trading or investment side. So for us, that we also have in 2 to 3 months time we'll be launching our quant fund. So the quant fund will be also using. We also use quant matrix on some of the AI solutions in order to adopt to this quantitative market as well. So definitely within the whole firm that we are actually also progressing on trying to turn more of our operation side to AI procedures as well. So we are also trying to see what we can adopt regarding on AI in order to smoothen our whole process. So I guess this is something of a new trend for every one of us. And regarding on this particular area of division, I guess we are a very early stage right now. So we are just planning that because we think that the adoption side is needed, especially through venture capital. We understand that deepen is so important within the DeFi spaces. So that's why we think that if we can develop our own AI system and collaborating with strong parties, especially we have strong network with universities, then it would be a great sport for us and a great venture for us in the future.
Vivien, given that HashKey has been working with regulators and is a licensed platform in countries like Hong Kong, so my question is, what are your thoughts on China's readoption of crypto? Do you think Hong Kong is the experiment and say a successful crypto experiment and its implementation in Hong Kong could inspire China to change the approach on crypto again?
I think Hong Kong is definitely because our very strong financial market right now in Hong Kong throughout all these years. So you talk about experimenting. I would say that yes, it's definitely a good experimenting area for China to understand more about crypto. For Hong Kong, I think of course we are very independent, one country to that we will be able to uphold. But at the same time, there's a lot of things which we will influence about Chinese investors, especially right now. There's a lot of Chinese-based investors who love to hear about our story, about blockchain, the venture capitals which we have invested into. So this is kind of a gradual mandate which I think people are expecting right now. The second angle, people always ask us about ETF. So we do hope as HashKey Capital, one of the issuer of ETF products. So we do hope that by having successful case within 1 year time, all the investors who pull into this ETF product is safe. And then at the same time, we have been on this ETF Connect system for so long time that so that's why we are trying really hard to communicate with Chinese regulators or Chinese government parties to see if there's any potential that we can link together as well. I guess the very first point that can be work on, I would suggest that probably is the ETF product or any payment solution. So because the ETF product, especially we have this ETF Connect established so long time ago. So and also Stock Connect established so long time ago. Then it is a very better use case that through Hong Kong Exchange that people from China side may be able to get a little bit experience regarding on acquiring ETF on crypto products. So this is the first end. And I guess the second step ahead is stablecoin. You can see that last week we have passed, the government has passed the bill about stablecoin. And people always question that, okay, why we are just doing Hong Kong dollar denominated stablecoin. For Hong Kong regulators, they are very stay put. They want to make sure that the investor interest is on the very first place. So they firstly launch stablecoin with Hong Kong dollar. And I would have no doubts that in the future, if the Hong Kong stablecoin project has been sustainable, then we will be evolving to other currencies. Say, for instance, maybe something like RMB, CNH, or something like US dollar. So it opens up an opportunity for everyone who want to do a cross-border transaction here.
Yeah, fascinating, the role of stablecoins in this new cycle. What are your sort of predictions for this cycle in crypto and in DeFi? You mentioned the HashKey Capital is actively looking at DePIN. What's your sense of where the future lies and where, if you could sort of read the tea, so to speak, on the future of DeFi?
I think while you see that there's a lot of consolidations within the market right now with exchanges, so of course for bigger players they deal with a lot of consolidation happening around. But for DePIN, for all the companies which we acquire, my expectation would be that I guess the most important focus would be on the infrastructure side. And then on the application side, I know that there's a lot of different other areas like GameFi, which people or NFT, which people ring the bell. But I guess the most important thing is to make sure the security part within the DeFi side is enhanced. So once this is enhanced, and then it shows a proof case to traditional financial market that investing into crypto or blockchain is a safe area, then I guess there will be more attention to the public. So I noticed about the cycle, people has been always saying that in 2026 is a down cycle for crypto. But for my angle is that crypto is always, or blockchain is always something of a longer trend instead of just thinking about a short period of time, a 1 year period of cycle. So the most important thing is about how do we ensure that this is security is upholded, and also that how does DeFi and CeFi can work hand in hand to make sure that it's going all over the world right now.
Vivien Wong, thank you very much. Very insightful. Any other questions on your end?
Yes, Vivien, I have one more question. So, when I've spoken previously to say stablecoin issuers or exchanges, then this topic of speculation always comes up. And there's something interesting that happened this weekend. We noticed XRP open interest climbed up all the way to $5 billion. It means there's a lot of speculation around this particular altcoin. What do you think? What's your take on speculation driving adoption? Do you think it looks like a red flag to institutions and that makes them stay away, or do you think speculation just drives more interest and adoption? What are your thoughts?
I think it definitely drives a lot of adoption. Speculations or adoption right now, because while people has been talking about stablecoin, right now with the Hong Kong having the bill, and then at the same time globally, right now Europe is planning ahead to launch the bill as well, and then also US. So the genius, right? So I guess with this news flowing around, it doesn't affect too much on the XRP or is RL US dollar right now. It's more about like how people think about what is particular use case. This is the most important thing which people are thinking about. Like especially in Hong Kong, with the 3 or 4 new issues coming on board, they're also questioning about, are you sure that with the launch of stablecoin products, then we can find different market penetration right now, and especially with say for instance Circle or Tether is already there for 3 to 4 years. But to prove it, we find out that more and more news flowing around, it means that there's more attention, and then at the same time, people will find different solutions, different payment solutions, and different use case after all. So to me, it's kind of a positive signal instead.
You heard it here first from Vivien Wong. No meme coins, only utility. Or maybe meme coins and utility. Perhaps it's for another episode, though. Vivien, thank you so much for your time. We learned quite a lot about the HashKey and Hong Kong is going on. And Edka, thank you for filling in for the great Tony Noto.
Thank you. It's been fun talking to you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. And we look forward to everything that HashKey continues to do in the space. And of course, we will continue to follow everything. And say hello to Dang, HashKey Capital CEO, who I guess is traveling the world, promoting HashKey Capital, educational projects, initiatives, everything. But yeah, what's the...
Yeah, he's in Hong Kong today, but confidentially. No, just
confidentially. Yeah, we don't want to compromise his OPSEC, with all the kidnappings in crypto.
We will keep you updated about our new.
Please do. And and thanks again for taking the time, Vivien Wong.
Thanks a lot.
Have a nice day. Bye bye.
Bye bye.